Well, good morning. Welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer as we continue to introduce you to businesses in town. One of the newest wineries, not wineries in the area, but winery spots where you can come downtown is right here across from the Inn at the Fifth. It's J. Scott's Cellars. They've been making wine for, more than 20 years, but out in West Eugene. And now they started several months ago to open up this space downtown, and then COVID hits. So we're going to show you a little bit. But check this out. So they got these cool little tables outside, and you can come in here. They're open Thursday through Sunday. And then check this out. There's little places to sit. You're right here in the action where everything's happening. And then they have this big garage door that you can open into the winery. So we're going to go meet the owner and tell you more about what they serve here and what they do. But check this out. Oh, you guys, and we're sponsored by Eugene Mindworks. It's an incubator business space where they have desks, they have offices, and actually they're just right upstairs. Right over this place is where my office is. And you can rent them by the month. And it's kind of a nice place for people who are tired of being home. You can get out and go do something. But check this out. Isn't this nice? And so Aloma and Cellars are sponsoring this show to introduce you to new businesses in the area because they're all about entrepreneurship. And right now we all need more helping out. Let's check out these light fixtures. I really like that. And then they have this stairway area that goes up to, and we'll show you that in a minute, where the wine is. So first I want to introduce you to the man. So tell him your name and who you are and all that.
Well, I am Jonathan Oberlander, and I am the owner of J. Scott. Scott's actually my middle name, and I feel it's like it had too many syllables. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, so we kind of left the Oberlander off.
When you got a name like Oberlander, that's a lot.
I have a hard time saying it myself. So
did you have to always say it over and spell it for people when they were little?
Always. I still do. You know, they think it's over, and actually over is easier to say, and so it's a challenge. It's like some of those wines that you can't pronounce. Gewürztraminer and Viognier, and nobody can pronounce them, so nobody buys them. So it's tough.
So when did you're new to downtown Eugene, but you are not new to Eugene.
No, I've been in the area for 15 years. I moved up from California. Was making the wines out at Sylvan Ridge for many years.
Were you really?
And finally left.
The Chambers family?
Yep. And left as a GM there. When I met Liz and interviewed, I said, this is the last place I work, and I want to do a little bit of my own stuff. I have 4 barrels that I'm moving up here. Can I make my own wine? She said, sure. And so I made 100 cases, and then little by little grew it as I was kind of growing their program. And then exactly almost 10 years to the day, went out on my own, and now we've been doing our stuff full time for about 7 or 8 years now. So.
Beverly Beal says hi.
Oh, tell Bev hi.
You can tell her yourself. Oh. She's right there.
Hi, Bev.
Right now. So show me your wine and what you do some very different things, don't you? Let's go upstairs and show me some of what you do, Jonathan.
So a lot of the wines I like to make are wines that are kind of underrepresented, I think, in the state in terms of varietals. We're well known for Pinot Gris and Pinot Noir, and I love to do kind of some of the small, unusual stuff. We do Mourvedre. We're really well known for Albarino, Tempranillo, and Petit Verdot. So just kind of fun, interesting things that people never tried.
Only one of those that you said I've ever heard of, yeah. Tempranillo. Yeah. So the other ones are what? These are just grapes that you are trying to do something different with?
Oftentimes they're used as blending grapes, specifically Petit Verdot and Mourvedre. Mourvedre would be in a blend called GSM, Grenache Syrah Mourvedre. Petit Verdot is one of the Bordeaux varietals. But in a warm climate like the Rogue Valley, these wines can get fully ripe and be delicious all on their own. And so we want to kind of show them what it's like as a single varietal.
So you don't grow grapes, you purchase them from other people?
I don't. So when I worked for the Chambers family, I did farm their vineyard with my tractor for many years. So I know how to farm, I know what I'm looking for. But I had 2 teenage daughters, the winery started taking off, and I just didn't have time for all that time in the vineyard. So. And
that's really what a lot of people are doing now. You want to be a winemaker, not necessarily a wine grower. So other people can grow your grapes for you. You can still make your wine.
Well, it allows me to make a bigger variety because a lot of the stuff I want to make, the big reds, Petit Syrah, Cab, those would not grow in Eugene. We don't have enough heat. So this gives me flexibility to go to other parts of the state, find places where the grapes are growing good, bring them back to Eugene, and then just squeeze them here, and we make 25 wines.
So you make them. Where do you make your wine?
We have a winery over in West Eugene. It's in kind of a little commercial area, but there's a brewery in the same building called the Viking Braggot. One of the brewer's dads makes gourmet pizzas. He'll deliver them to the winery. Noble Estate vineyards across the parking lot, so you can try a number of different types of wine and beer without driving anywhere.
So why this spot? I mean, I can look at it and see why, but
There's a lot of people that don't make it to West Eugene. There's not a lot of restaurants over there, and so it's kind of a bit of a haul. And I just wanted to kind of come after some of the people on the east side and bring our stuff to them in an area where a little more traffic.
well, and you're a smart man because just across the street you've got Inn at the Fifth, and now you've got the Gordon Hotel that's coming soon. That's that big monstrosity. That's a huge building, and you're going to have a lot of people looking for a place to go taste different kinds of wine. And there's a lot of the same wine in Eugene, and yours is not similar to anybody's.
No, and that's why people like it. I mean, they'll start in Portland and they'll work their way through the North Valley, and people will have 9 different Pinot Noirs, but that's all they have. And so when they get here and they find that we have Cab and Petit Syrah, they're really excited, and so that's kind of
Show me the bottles here.
Sure.
I love the way Troy did this for your builder was a great man.
Yes, he was. Well, this is serving two purposes: storage, because we don't have a lot of storage here, as well as kind of display, which is
That's
nice.
cool.
So I like to give each wine its own identity. The capsule kind of mirrors the color within the crest, and for me, when I'm doing events and I'm pouring, I know what the wine is just by the capsule color, so I can keep talking with the customers without having to look and see what exactly am I pouring. I want to talk to them. I don't want to spend my whole time, searching the bottles. So,
What is the most odd wine that you make that people do not know anything about?
probably the Mourvedre. It's a blending grape, grows native of the south of France, does really well in the Rogue Valley, and I wasn't sure that people would appreciate it as a single varietal. They absolutely love it. It's a bit smoky, has kind of the weight of a Pinot, but it's been a kind of a sleeper success for us.
You guys, and Jonathan's going to give a $25 gift card to one person. You guys, to enter, all you got to do is go like their Facebook page. The link's up at the top of this live, and you can just go link that, like the page, and then they'll pick a winner in a week or so, and somebody will get a $25 gift card so you can come in and try some I did not know you made such unusual wine. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's fun. And the gift card can be used here. It can be used at the winery for pickups or for cheese plates, charcuterie boards. We do some food as well here, and good for anything.
So you guys had to do major renovation here.
We did, because it was a change of use. It was a retail space. It used to be the old Modern, which was a really kind of high-end furnishing store, really beautiful stuff here. But to put in sewers and drains, everything had to be hand-dug, hand-trenched. Bathrooms, we had to add 2 bathrooms because we now have a kind of a restaurant space, which has more patrons and more needs for.
So what food? You guys have some cheese plates, stuff like that, but you're expanding.
Yeah, we do cheese plates, charcuterie, or a combo plate, and then some olives and breads. But ultimately, we want to do some, we put in a kitchen as well, and we want to kind of grow it into some kind of interesting kind of wine country fare.
Hours. Tell people when you're open.
Currently, we're only open 4 days a week. We're open Thursdays and Sundays, 12 to 7, and Fridays and Saturdays, 12 to 8. We're typically here at least an hour beyond that, so if you're here enjoying it, you don't need to get up and leave. Please enjoy.
And even with COVID, you have been seeing some people in here. I mean,
I met a friend on Saturday, and the place was full. I mean, people just kept coming in, and they were eating and drinking and having a good time, which was really nice to see, because it's been a little weird sometimes with.
Yeah, what a great thing is you guys work forever. It takes you way longer than you thought because of different permit issues and stuff. We'll just keep it like that. And then he gets ready to open, and COVID hits.
Yeah, it was 10 months. 8 months of construction, 2 months of COVID, and then we finally got the things rolling. So
what people are saying coming on here going, nice place. It really is beautiful. So what do you learn from all that?
I was actually looking at the place across Northwest Burgers was available at the same spot. A little bit bigger, tiny bit more expensive, but without all the headache. Hindsight, I should have done it. I would have been open, months sooner before this deal. So don't do the change of use. If you've got a bathroom in the kitchen, go with it. That's what I learned.
Putting in a bathroom is not a good thing.
No, it was tough.
And then in terms of business-wise, I mean, as a grower, I mean, you're not the grower of the grape, but you have to deal with farm product. There's just the uncontrollable stuff that you can't do anything about, and you roll with it, right? Absolutely.
And grapes are unique in that way, in that they're really kind of indicative of the weather, and they're subject to fire and smoke and insects and everything else, and it's much more challenging. I mean, I tell people winemakers are a lot like chefs. We have different raw materials at each ingredient, whereas beer guys, it's more like bakers. They have specific, ingredients, they follow them, and they can repeat it. For us, we just have to kind of do the best with what we get each year.
So is there a wine with a grape that you have not done, and it's like in the back of your head going, okay, this is coming. Jay Scott's going to do this thing.
We haven't done any Italian varietals, and there's some planting starting to come in. So My other associate winemaker and I, we've talked about maybe Nebbiolo or Sangiovese or something along those lines. I've worked with Barbera down in California prior to moving here, but there is some in the Northwest as well, and I thought those might be some nice additions to the program.
So anything I said, hope your business does awesome. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Keep trying.
Jonathan, thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. And we want to thank Eugene Wineworks, Aloma and Shaler over there, or I guess actually up there, because they're right over our heads. And again, if you are someone at home and you're looking for some office space, they do have private offices. They also have desks. You can just take a couple days a week if you want to, but it gets you out of the house to do something different and just to get a different change of scenery. And of course, we're all in masks and COVID cleanup and all that kind of stuff. So again, we're at J. Scott Cellars, right in 5th Street Market area, right across the street from the Inn at the 5th. Come down Thursday through Sunday, enjoy some wine, and don't forget to go like their page, and that'll enter you for a $25 gift card. And you can come in, bring a friend, and just sit and enjoy a couple of hours of normalcy. Jonathan just said amen. All right, you guys, take this, share it on your page. We know we've all been talking about how we can help local businesses. This is how Eugene Wineworks is helping, and what you can do is share this on your page and let other people know. And when you're thinking, hey, what should we do this afternoon? Just come down here, grab a couple glasses of wine, and that does a ton to help local business. All right, I'm Rick Dancer. This is Get Real with Rick Dancer. We will talk with you later. Be sure and check out our Explore PNW The Backstories page, because in a little, like an hour, I'm going to be posting our Redmond. We just got back from Redmond, Oregon, and we're doing a Redmond, Oregon giveaway. And today is the SCP Hotel. It's an old historic hotel that the city bought, and then a company, SCP, bought, and they've restored it into a super cool hotel that is changing downtown Redmond. And you're going to get to stay there for 2 nights as part of our getaway program. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. All right, see ya.